Let me tell you one thing
Weird fact.
that you missed out on going Florida public school and high school.
Yeah, please tell me, because so far it's nothing.
Yeah. There was always this one dumb kid in like geometry or whatever math class you were in, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like when you got to like grams and ounces, that's what we were being taught. There was always one kid that was like 7 grams is a quarter ounce. 28 grams is in an ounce.
Am I looking at that kid?
Good Sauce with Rauce and Joel is always brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
He supports local businesses just like us. He's an expert in chicken parm and personal injury law.
If you are injured on the go, a car accident, if you're running, if it's a slip and fall, just call Mo. That's 1-866-CALL-MO. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. It's also a website, justcallmo.com. He's everywhere. He's awesome.
He's right behind you.
Ah! Oh, it's a gentle hug.
What a guy.
Enjoy the show. I can't believe I have a baby.
You should have seen it coming.
That's right. We are back. Host Milton. Everyone survived.
That's what PM stands for.
Episode 27, Good Sauce.
Wait. You got me feeling good.
You got me feeling good.
Yeah. I like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the part when he goes, what is it, Prozac's down the drain?
Yeah.
Rips. That's my kind of vibe.
But do you mean drain as in your drain, or do you mean your throat drain?
I thought I was taking it as a literal drain, like a bathtub drain.
Depends on the day, Ross.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's down the drain, but other days it's down the drain.
You know it's real bad if you're throwing all your painkillers down the bathtub drain, because you're like, oh, God, the sink isn't holding all of these things.
Well, maybe you're just sitting in the bathtub and you missed.
Yeah, episode 27. My name is Ross. Good Sauce, baby. We're coming at you. I've got Joel.
Yeah.
I've got Mr. Nico Renato.
Yerp.
Okay, heavy on the yerp. This is going to be a fun episode because, first of all, being a dad. Let me break the ice talking about being a dad super fast. Holy God. I'm about a month and whatever amount of days.
What's
September 11th.
it's past a month?
Yeah. It's over a month. Have not slept
It's a baker's month.
throughout the entire night yet. And sometimes I'm like, oh, dude, I got this day. And then there's always like a big, like, ooh, we're gonna hit the brakes here and just calm down.
Are you napping?
I have napped. I've been napping as much as I can, but I'm also like anti-nap.
Yeah. Tell him who's boss.
Yeah. You can't control me, but you can, because they, in that situation, is me.
Yeah.
Lord almighty.
Do your eyes burn? I remember that.
My eyes have burned. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Sleep deprivation. There's a reason why I think the UN banned it as a form of torture.
Which is a shame, because it's so good for your body.
Yeah. And I already look like I've hit rock bottom, been down to the bottom of every bottle in the eyes, dude. It looks like I watched the Ring video several times over with the girl jumping out. Yeah, and then I'm the girl jumping out of the TV, Soraya or whatever her name was. Whoo, boy. But I've been trying to learn how to teach. And I asked you guys, this is the big reason, the big theme for today's episode 27 of Good Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you guys, I gave you guys some homework these 2 days ago, because I'm like watching all these like baby videos, and then I stumbled across like the stereotypical like A is for, B is for.
You're talking about the alphabet?
Yeah, the alphabet, and then
You just stumbled across this recently?
Yeah, just my YouTube algorithm is either trap music or teach your kid how to walk. It's either telling me to sell eighths and pick up quaps, and then A is for alligator.
Which they kind of go together.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen the Trap Alphabet remix?
That the streams haven't crossed quite yet.
There's like this new movement to make kids stuff not suck. So there's like death metal ABCs.
Yeah.
Trap remix,
A is for Adderall. Q is for quap.
You're not far
T is
off.
for Trap House.
Yeah, T is for E is for eighth.
And
But
that's a tricky one because if you're a kid, you'd think 8 starts with an A.
yeah, see, we got to learn, and
It's
you're gonna
complex.
and,
This
and you're gonna find out is it's 3.5 grams. Do you guys remember?
it goes math and English at the same time. You're going to be a great teacher.
So yeah,
This kid's going to know a lot about a lot soon.
so you didn't. I remember you saying that you were homeschooled,
Not at the beginning.
not in the beginning.
Yeah, I did like every kind of school. I did public school, private school, homeschool, correspondence school, driving school.
What is correspondence school? What is
Correspondence school, because this was like virtual school, obviously.
that? Yeah,
Because I'm before the internet. But
PI.
they would send you the work. They would like mail it to you, and if you had a question, your parent wasn't the source. You had to like call. There was like a phone
It's
number.
like a hotline.
I did this. Yeah, there was. I did this in high school
Wow.
because
So-
I was doing. I was a nerd, and I was like doing acting work, making money. So I was going to this correspondence school. So I have a degree from a school in Virginia, even though I lived in Orlando.
There was always let me tell you one thing
Weird fact.
that you missed out on going Florida public school and high school.
Yeah, please tell me because so far it's nothing.
Yeah. There was always this one dumb kid in like geometry or whatever math class you were in, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like when you got to like grams and ounces, that's what we were being taught. There was always one kid that was like 7 grams is a quarter ounce, 28 grams is in an ounce.
Am I looking at that kid?
Yeah, you're like, damn, dude, Dennis is killing it. You are not looking at this kid. 'Cause I enjoyed the cannabis later on, like 17, 18, like senior year, and we were past. I think it was even middle school. Now when I think about it, it was middle school. I just remember Dennis failing every test until we got to grams and ounces.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a drug-free high school experience. I tried to get my mom to sell me drugs. She just wouldn't. She's like, you can have like one more Advil than it says to have. And I was like, all right.
Did you ever have that, Renato?
I
Or, like,
remember having like in stats class, you could tell the kids that were like really into like gambling
yeah.
because like
Yeah.
they
knew the over-under.
right, exactly. They would know all the odds and all the all that stuff. So.
So, but the thing that I asked you guys to do, because maybe this will be educational for my son, I would love for him to teach the Florida alphabet.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be really fun to go ahead and go through the alphabet and do the Florida version.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I was pumped when you
And it was a lot of fun to also kind of write and to kind of remind ourselves of what Florida's all about, because every letter being represented by something Florida themed, it made me kind of go like, hell yeah, dude, I still love this state.
Yeah, Florida's wild. They deserve an alphabet.
They deserve an alphabet.
Also, we assume Florida identifies as a they.
Yeah. But it's so dong-esque.
Yeah,
It is
or like
phallic.
pinky. I was gonna say pinky.
You think pinky?
Stuck out like pinky, like you're a snob or something.
I thought the other.
Yeah. If anything, a
guys are thinking-
hemorrhoid to me, like a
It does look like America's wiener.
yeah, borderline polyp. Yeah, it is something else.
Like Mexico's the leg, and then
Yeah, and then we
Yeah,
are.
that makes sense. I see it.
You think pinky when you see the shape of
I was
Florida?
just trying not to think dong.
Oh, okay.
Anything other than dong.
quit restricting your mind. I also have my list has multiples because I did it with I made this list with Dawson, my younger son.
Who are also Floridians.
Yeah, he's born in Florida.
So valid.
yeah,
And I wasn't, so he was my,
the go-to
real
source.
source. He's native.
So example, we're going A as in alligators, but
see.
that's too easy. I went with anoles. The
lizards?
Yeah, the anal. I forgot what they're called. I just know it starts with an A.
And you didn't want to say anals.
Yeah, I think so I've heard it pronounced anals.
Anal lizards?
Anal lizards.
That's a great band name.
Yeah. Which
I'd go see them.
they have their own little conspiracy about those lizards that they were like created in a lab in I think like FSU or something. And
I think they start the hurricanes.
yeah.
When they start running real fast in the bushes, that's where the wind comes from.
Yeah. Are
gotta look
we
into
their
that.
pets?
Yeah.
Now this is you said alligator's too obvious.
Yeah, alligators.
Well, I was asking a 12-year-old. So what was funny is, his was alligator.
Okay.
And I rolled my eyes and he goes, "What? They're everywhere." And I was like, yeah, but everybody's going to say alligator. And he goes, because that's the right choice. And I was like, okay.
All right, that's a
So
double.
I
and a-
didn't challenge it.
He
but,
tripled down.
but I went alimony.
Alimony is fair. It's fair. Which Florida, for the longest time, had like the worst. I shouldn't say the worst because I have nothing else to compare it to, but it was whack. Like, I think it still is kind of whack that there are some parents who, like, I don't know, there's some real bad situations when it comes to alimony and all of that, like, yeah, you're going to be paying this for the rest of your life.
It's like child support. Is that what that is?
No.
Alimony? What is
alimony is like to the person, like the ex-wife or the ex-husband, because it goes both ways. Like,
It does.
Oh, so like if
it basically like if you established a quality of life that the divorce is ending, you pay for that to be maintained.
got it.
You know, if there's a discrepancy in
So
That's where the whole half.
yeah.
So like Olivia and I right now, right? If I was like the breadwinner, which I barely am, if that, I don't even think I am, dude, because I think she's making bank.
You know,
right
bread
now.
means money, right?
Yeah, on this pregnancy leave. But so if we got a divorce and she was a stay-at-home mom, the court would be like, hey, she sacrificed her life to stay at home with the kid. So she couldn't pursue a career, so you have to pay for that. I believe that
I don't know. I think it more if you like make 5 times as much.
Yeah.
And then, or she does, and then in which case you'd be getting
What'd you have for A,
thing.
Renato?
I figured most people would say alligator, which I am going alligator, but not alligator the animal, the reptile. I'm going alligator alley.
Alligator Alley. Okay, all right.
Alligator alley.
All right, you tacked on another word, and
That's double
2
points.
That's double
Are
A.
we playing those rules? Because if you do a double, is it like Scrabble?
Yeah.
Good for it.
Okay, yeah, double points.
All right. I went.
Technically, my list has 2, so all of mine are double points.
I went B for Budweiser.
Oh, you went brand loyalty.
I went B for Budweiser just because when I think of like a good old stereotypical, Floridian, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a red can right there.
Bud heavy.
Bud heavy, dude.
Or Bud Light.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Both answers work.
But both answers work. Did you go Bud Light?
No. I went bipolar weather.
I like how you're going double words here. I like that. There's no rules
Well,
over.
he used bipolar as a gateway to weather.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I see what you did, and I appreciate it. Dawson went beach. I went boiled peanuts.
Ooh.
Boiled peanuts.
Both are Florida things.
Yeah, for sure.
I like boiled peanuts.
They
'cause
can be enjoyed together.
They're basically like beans, but in disguise.
Oh, it's like they're so confusing. And if you think about them too much, they're gross. But
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just can't think about them too much because you bought them on the side of the road in a bag.
They're like turtle beans.
What-
They have a hard exterior,
Yeah,
but when they come out of their shell, they're
They're like little soft and gooey.
kind of like you, Nico.
thanks.
Yeah, dude.
You're a boiled peanut.
You're a turtle bean.
I actually kind of look like a boiled peanut if you really look.
You
Boiled
think?
peanut.
Oh, so I went C, Cubans. I think I wanted to represent
Are you
the.
talking about people or cigars?
I'll take both.
Yeah.
But I was more referencing people because there's a lot of, there's the Cuban delegation here in Florida where I don't think any other state has what we got.
No, I'd say, yeah, I don't know. Is Florida the #1 Cuban population outside of Cuba?
I'm going to hopefully be correct on that.
It's gotta be.
I always give New York City a consideration because, like, there's so many people from Puerto Rico here, obviously, too, because it's close.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also a lot of Puerto Rican people in New York City. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of everybody in New York City.
Yeah. It's the whole.
But that's not
planet
what
there.
this alphabet's about. I have criminals
Yeah.
and Caribbean, or Caribbean, depending on how wrong you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. both
What's your C, Renato?
I went Clearwater Beach because that's where we used to go for family vacation. So
Oh, you're a
Clearwater
Scientologist?
Beach. Yeah.
I went for D. I went Daytona. I did not want to scoff over Daytona. Did you also go Daytona?
No, I went the Disney World gift shops outside of Disney.
I just wrote Disney.
Disney. See, yeah, I figured Disney, but like the Disney World.
Shout
gift
out
shops
Disney.
Yeah.
where you could take your kids if they're young enough and just get them toys there because they're 80% cheaper than inside the park.
Dude, I don't want to name names, but the only guest we've ever had on this show, such a move, told his kid Disney's in Canada.
Oh. which is awesome because Disney has a Canada.
Oh, so he's not technically lying.
I was just saying, like, we're not going because it's not
Yeah,
here. How could we possibly go there? I was like, that's got a shelf life, but respect.
I went with the name Eleanor because
Eleanor.
I went Eleanor because of grandmas and like grandparents.
Yeah, I like that.
There's a lot of old people, a lot of people who chose the wrong Grail in Indiana Jones here in Florida.
Eleanor.
Eleanor. When I think
You don't
of,
meet a lot of young Eleanors.
no. And then it's usually like Ellie or L, and then they have to evolve into Eleanor.
I think you should be able to change your name depending on how old you are. You should have like multiple rebrandings. And once you get to 70, then you'd go Eleanor.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
maybe you were a Denise before that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you started as like something babyish. I don't know. I don't think that way.
Yeah. I do agree that it should be easier to change your name.
Like just send a text.
Yeah.
It
or
should
just,
be like on
log
the
in,
Yeah, just like go in on the PlayStation Network.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that easy. It
You
should be
change
that
your
easy.
Fortnite name.
Yeah, I went Eleanor for E.
I have 3 because I try harder than everybody. I went Everglades.
Oh man, how did I know? Did you go Everglades, Renata?
It's kind of, but
Dawson went entertaining because there's so much entertainment stuff, and then I wrote elderly because you can't ignore it.
See, that's
Yeah.
where I went.
Eleanor.
I went Eleanor. I just put
That's a better way to do it. That's more poetic. I
Yeah.
like that. I'm final answer, Everglades.
yeah.
I went Everglades, but I went Everglades airboat rides.
Yeah. See,
Again, a gateway to an A word.
yeah.
You had A available.
But airboat rides in the Everglades.
Yeah, you
my
had
final
it. You're going very specific here. F cat. I want F cat.
Oh, I thought FCAT. I thought FCAT.
And then you didn't touch F cat.
No,
What'd you go with?
I went Fountain of Youth.
I wrote Fountain of Youth.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, see, I was rooting for that.
Get out.
Yeah. F cat, man. Woo, those things were intense.
Yeah.
And I believe F cats also like determined teachers' bonuses.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, yeah. I think there was a time where it did.
yeah, time that it did. So like everything was there. All Florida education was
They were like,
just
hey.
to pass this test.
Cancel the rest of education. You just need to know these questions.
Yeah, you just need to know these 110 questions.
So that I can get $150 at the end of the year.
Here's another thing you missed out on Florida public education. The teachers were up front about like this will be on the FCAT. I plead, I beg of you, just pay attention right now for the love of God. Not this exact same question, but just replace the numbers. It's the same thing.
Also, during the test, when I go, go, it's this answer. Okay, I will have a series of cues.
All right.
This one is go.
Daddy wants that Miata.
It's a Miata.
Yeah.
That says more about Florida teachers.
So
I had, in addition to Fountain of Youth, felons and fishing, and it could be the same person.
Felon fisherman.
Oh, yeah.
felon fisherman.
It could work.
And then what was your G, Renato?
Gee, I went Gainesville, Florida. That's where I was born. Home of the Gators. Home of
Yeah.
the Swamp.
Yeah, I went Gators as well. I couldn't ignore how, synonymous that university, that icon
Yeah.
is with Florida.
Oh, it's huge.
I'm not a big fan of anything college, and college wasn't a big fan of me. So it kind of goes both ways, but I had to
mutual.
I had to give it to Gators.
I've got
Yeah.
Gatorland.
Ooh. From the top rope comes gold.
I know when I score points.
Yeah.
And Dawson said God.
God is everywhere.
God is everywhere.
He's an uppercase G.
Do you guys
Letter L.
I want to say it's like over in like Winter Garden or somewhere where you just see that enormous cross.
Oh, yeah. It's in Ocoee, I think.
Oh my.
Right off 50. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's way too big. I was like, that's not how big it was.
Yeah. I always make
He was like a regular sized Jesus.
I always make the same joke. That same joke. I'm like, God, how big was Jesus?
I was like, I didn't know he was a giant.
Dude, he was all Bunyan over here.
For
You
age,
think you'd hear more about his height.
for age, This guy was dunking, dude. He was.
No wonder they followed him.
Yeah, I would have fought. Yeah. H. There's an obvious one, especially with the timing of Milton. I went
Harry
with,
Belafonte.
Yeah, I went Hurricanes.
Okay.
And Hurricanes, we just keep getting gang banged by damn storms right now.
Yeah, we have a whole season.
Yeah, we have hurricane season. It's pretty funny that we don't have seasons. Like the rest of the country has fall, but we have hurricane
Right, we have
Yeah. We have hurricane season and the rest of the time.
You
Yeah.
keep your yellow leaves. We have floods.
Yeah.
Okay.
we have generators.
Yeah. G is for generator. Okay. Well, what was your age?
Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh man, that's another
Didn't even
thing.
think of that one.
That's another
nice,
one
though, yeah.
that determines our seasons. We don't have, the crunchy leaves, but we do have theme parks that let us know. They're like, hey, by the way, it's Christmas time.
By
Yeah.
the way, it's food and wine.
And in Orlando, Christmas starts the day after Halloween.
Yeah.
It does.
What was your age, Rodrigo?
Hot and humid.
Yeah.
Double points.
Double points.
Dude,
You ever know the feeling when you've not been in Florida and you get to the Orlando International Airport and the door opens and you go in that tunnel and you feel the humidity again?
Dude, it just feels like a ball sack outside when you get hit with that
the-
OIA.
Yeah, the Orlando airport might be the most humid place on the planet.
Yeah.
It's
Should
just you look at the weather and it just says Grundle.
Yeah.
The weather report is Grundle.
Inside of a t-shirt in the summer.
Yeah, straight armpit.
Dog's mouth.
Yeah, D is for dog's mouth. What was your I?
I-4.
Yep, I-4. Renato, come on, all three of us.
Almost went I-4,
Almost one I-4.
but I decided
If
to
you
go.
say Interstate 4.
Interesting Interstate 4.
No, I actually went Immokalee Road.
Okay.
Immokalee Road. It's we're from Naples, Florida, and that's a big one down there. Immokalee Road. There's a whole city actually called Immokalee, so it could be Immokalee City. I grew up on Immokalee Road, so for my list, it's Immokalee Road.
I had a small tenure of time also on Immokalee Road.
Yeah.
What was your J?
Jaguars.
Ooh. Renato?
I had Jaguars,
And then where'd you go
obviously.
You
with
say wires?
but I went Jason Williams, Orlando resident.
Jason Williams might be the most important white person for race relations and human history.
Explain.
White dude in the NBA winning over all black communities collectively.
Yeah.
He's the coolest white person. Him and Paul Wall, man.
He got invited to the barbecue.
Yeah. I
like-
think he held a couple of barbecues.
He's like that one white dude in the hood.
His name, what?
I had to earn his respect.
What's his
to get
nickname?
there. White chocolate.
White chocolate.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got cool tattoos. He had the elbow pass.
He had the elbow pass. He was just
A pleasure on the court.
Dude, Jason Williams is the best J. I went with jail.
Hey.
Yeah. I went. I went.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Sorry, Joel.
okay.
I went with jail. I went with jail. Yeah. You have to go with jail,
We're
right?
not
there.
known for our jails.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole thing is one, right?
Yeah, we're not known for our jails, but our people are known for going to jail. Florida man.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Or that they should have,
When-
but they didn't.
when you use an alligator as a weapon, we got to be known for jail. That
Nature does it.
that happened. We'll go one more, and then we'll come back after the break. I went K. What'd you guys go with K?
Oddly enough, my 12-year-old said keg stand.
Yeah, okay.
I said Kissimmee because I think it's a state of mind. I've been in a Kissimmee mood for weeks at a time.
Yeah, I love me some Kissimmee. Up
That's such a good shirt. Kissimmee is a state of mind. Or a bumper sticker or something. Renato, what was your K?
I went Kennedy Space Center.
All right. I went Kilo. And we will be taking a break real fast. We will, please listen to our amazing sponsors. They are keeping this podcast afloat and also putting the breast milk in my baby's stomach. I know it's free
Wait, hold
food.
on.
Mo's not breastfeeding.
Our sponsors are breastfeeding your baby?
I made this awkward. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
We need to keep talking.
Do you want to know where you can get some of the most special beer on this planet?
Yes, please.
Half Barrel Beer Project has some beer that, simply put, you can't get anywhere else.
Don't look, you won't find it.
The key word is small, because small batches provide freedom to brew anything that comes to their mind. They are unbelievably unique. I had a coffee hard seltzer there. Not to mention their food is amazing. They are open for lunch and dinner. You have to check out their chicken wings. They are marinated for 24 hours. That's an entire day the last time I checked, in lager beer and their special dry rub.
I like to order a big pretzel and a hummus and combine the two for a power meal you can't find anywhere else.
Great food, great beer is what we're all about here at Good Sauce. Half Barrel Beer Project is the official eatery and drinkery
And
of
hangoutery.
Hangoutery. We're making up words for this amazing place. Located right next to the convention center, locally owned.
Check them out online at halfbarrelproject.com. That's halfbarrelproject.com.
Do it! I think the biggest project you and I have done outside of this awesome podcast is writing an entire theatrical show.
We debuted it at the Orlando International Fringe Festival.
It picked up some awards. We both won Best Comedic Actors.
We have this show available for you to watch on YouTube.
It's called 10 Sketches, and guess what it's about? The Titanic. No, it's about it's about 10 sketches. We wrote 10 beginning, middle, and ends. 10 comedic sketches.
And we filmed it on a banger night. We had a sold-out show. You can be in the audience that night yourself. Go to Rauce's YouTube page, which is my favorite place on the internet.
Yeah, just look up Rauce Paget on YouTube. It was a blast, and we hope you enjoy it, and we wanted to tell more people about it.
10 sketches with Rauce and Joel online. Eat it up.
I don't know about you, Joel, but I think the most epic sponsor that we might have is the Orange County History Center, the one located right in the heart of downtown in that beautiful, epic building.
If you're looking for a date night, they have got you.
Well, is it expensive?
Oh, yeah, it's so expensive, JK. It's free.
What? That's right. Every third Thursday, they open it up late from 5 to 9 p.m. It's a great chance to check out all of their amazing exhibits. What's better than with a glass of wine? How about some education?
Yeah, have some history with your Merlot.
How about learning about some Central Florida epicness? If you love Central Florida, well, why don't you learn about Central Florida? Check out the Orange County History Center every third Thursday of every month, or you can just go there during the day. It's a perfect family experience, a family time out. Check them out at the greatest domain name that I think any Central Florida entity has at thehistorycenter.org.
I think you're supposed to say thehistorycenter.org.
I'll try it. Thehistorycenter.org. You're better at it.
Thehistorycenter.org.
Do it. Welcome back to the most educational episode of anything ever.
Basically,
Yeah.
you don't need to know anything before this.
This is Good Sauce. If you don't know, that's what you're listening to. My name is Ross. That is Joel.
Hey,
That is Nico Renato.
Back.
And I thought it would be really cool to have an educational episode for my baby. We are currently in the middle of doing the first ever Florida alphabet. I looked it up. There's no such thing as the Florida alphabet. We've gone...
is that what we're calling it? Florida alphabet.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't know if you were going to be like Flalphabet.
Flalphabet. The Flalphabet.
And that's when I'd be like, stop it.
It's a stretch.
Don't be like that.
You're forcing it.
Nobody's going to say Flalphabet. You're reaching. Although now that I said it twice, I kind of like Flalphabet.
Flalphabet's got a chance. Damn it. We got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a stretch.
It's a brainstorm.
Yeah, it's a brainstorm. But yeah,
5.
I want to go ahead and play this episode, to my son when he can understand English. Because right
Does
now
he still speak French?
he's just a piss and poop machine right now. And
I mean, us too.
yeah, he cries and smiles. And the coolest thing about having a newborn baby is that startle reflex, dude.
I don't know that all parents say that.
Really.
No, that's the best thing.
That's
about
my
one.
favorite part so far. It brings me
Is the startle reflex.
the startle reflex when you see him just get
Do it.
scared at it.
Yeah, he sent me a video. So Ross sent me this video during the hurricane, and it's like Miles in the little bouncy thing, just vibing, and then halfway through it, he's like, "Gah!" And I knew you left it in there because that's the part you were actually sending me.
Yeah.
I showed it to Trisha and I was like, look at this. And she's like, oh, he got a little scared. And I'm like, that's what he sent me.
Yeah, I love the startle reflex. And if you've never seen a newborn, this is going to be semi-dark, but if you've never seen a newborn do the startle reflex, it's essentially when Tua gets a concussion and his hands like kind of jerk a little bit, and then it kind of goes back.
I think it might be more innocent than that.
No, it's exactly like a quarterback getting rocked. No, but
I liken it to you ever wake up from a dream where you thought you were falling?
Yeah, very much.
That's what
But
maybe that's what Tua was feeling too. I don't know that he remembers.
It's very primal, and it makes me laugh every time.
It is funny.
It's 120% hit rate on making me go.
And mostly because it's in response to nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
It would be different if you were scaring your baby a few times a day. That's messed up.
It's like, yeah.
That's a Flalphabet thing.
Now, there was one time that I did, there's one thing that I did twice because I was like, was that a one-off? And then I stopped. I had to stop. I was like, I can't be that dad. But I picked him up and I gave him like a spin. Wee.
Yeah.
Too young to play with him like that, though, because he had no idea what was going on. Arms stuck out, gang signs in the fingers, fear in his eyes. And then I tried it a second time to see if it was and it was, yeah.
Too much.
I am doing great as a dad. But let's go back to the Flalphabet.
He doesn't like fast rides.
Because this is so much fun for me right now.
I think we left off at K.
Yeah. I went with Kilo. K is for Kilo.
And I went with Kissimmee. My 12-year-old son said keg stand.
And what'd you go with?
Kennedy Space Center.
Kennedy, yeah.
I never got to go there as a kid.
Do you want to?
Have you been?
Never.
Oh.
Pod field trip?
Yeah, I know.
So.
I know some people over there.
Yeah.
All right. L. What'd you guys have for L?
A Legoland.
Ooh, man.
Which is a double point situation.
This is.
Oh yeah, two
that,
L's.
Yeah. That was a dunk city right there.
Yeah.
What'd you go with L?
Limp Biscuit. They're from Jacksonville.
That's true.
Take it to the bridge.
No.
Take it to the Matthews Bridge.
That's what it is.
I listened to so much Limp Bizkit as a kid.
Did you?
Oh yeah, Limp Bizkit tickled my fancy.
Oh yeah,
man.
Hop pop. No, rock hop.
Rock hop.
Yep.
What you talking about?
I was not there with y'all. I think I was already sandals and in my hippie vibe.
Yeah.
You were like 311 Revolution.
I did like 311 a lot.
Yeah, 311.
Yeah, they slapped.
They're from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Which is my O when we
Omaha, Nebraska.
made me think of Florida, Omaha. Shout out Omaha.
I went Lotto.
Lotto?
I
Not
think.
the rapper.
Yeah, the Florida Lotto.
Florida Lottery?
Yeah, Florida Lottery. Lotto. It's I feel like it's the spine of our economy here in Florida.
It does fund education, which we are now a part of with the Flalphabet.
Yeah.
It does feel more important here in Florida than other states.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
The lottery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because Florida's on life support.
That's what I'm saying.
We need the lottery for roads.
L is for life support. What's your M?
I went Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
And Dawson went Messi. Which is now pretty legit.
Yeah.
Florida, I think Messi jerseys are, I'm sure it's everywhere, but everywhere here. Especially, we have a very good soccer team. Shout out Orlando City. You're my O. But
yeah, I saw a
Messi.
Miami Messi jersey the other day at Taino's.
See him all the time.
It was pretty cool. I was like,
tell him to get out.
It's a nice jersey.
Get out.
We need Taino's to get behind OC.
Well, what's your M?
I went Miami. Because I'm still financially recovering it from going there 2 years ago.
Are you really?
That's hilarious.
It's expensive there.
You have a credit card situation because of it?
Yeah, no, I still have a couple thousand that is
Miami dollars.
We gotta chip away at.
For my bachelor party?
Yeah, from your bachelor.
I have a credit card that I literally got and maxed out to go to a wedding in Minnesota.
In Miami? Oh,
no,
Minnesota.
a different M.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Very different vibe. We were not buying the same things.
I went M. I went mad as hell. I don't know why.
Is that just what you were when you got there?
Yeah, no, I just think Floridians have this, especially if you go to the rural parts of Florida.
Rural?
We goofed that one as
Rural.
or maybe I'm.
Rural?
Yeah, am I saying it bad?
No.
Oh,
I just like that word.
That's a good one.
Rural.
rural. You're right.
I
think-
say the sticks.
I just think that, yeah, like the country
Middle
peeps
of
in
nowhere.
Florida, which I love and sell. You guys are cool as hell. Some of the best bonfires, vibes, camo pants I've ever seen.
You know why you might think that they're mad as hell is because they went there to be alone. And if you're there, they're not alone anymore. They were happy before you got there, and they'll be happy when you leave.
Yeah, I just
Most
think
people move in the middle of the nowhere to do whatever they want with no supervision. I want this for my life. I'm not judging them.
Yeah.
One day I hope to open a farm where I produce nothing.
yeah,
And I just chill. A chill farm.
I think Floridians have the bookends more so than other states where you're either mad as hell. What is the government doing? I'm going to storm the damn Capitol. We produced the most arrests
Yeah.
for January 6th.
Yeah, you would think it would be like somewhere closer to Washington, D.C. Nope. Florida.
No, Melbourne.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of Melbourne people that
You
decided.
told me that we were doing stand-up in Melbourne, and you were like, "Did you know?"
Yeah, there's a lot
Fun
of.
fact. Ross always has a fact.
Yeah.
This show would be a lot more crowded.
Oh no, they were all out and back. They were definitely there.
And
Great crowd, by the way. Great crowd.
I went no seams, which
No seams. The
no
bugs.
yeah, the bugs.
Oh yeah, those suck.
Yeah, and that always makes you look like you stink way more than you actually do when there's just a swarm of these.
Yeah, you do look like Franklin from the Peanuts.
It's just like what
Oh,
happened
wait, not
here?
Frank. What is it? No, what's his name?
The stinky kid.
Who was he? Pigpen. Pigpen had like flies around him, and
Was what? And
oh no, Franklin was the black kid. My bad. He was cool. He was cool. Franklin smelled like Old Spice.
Wasn't he the one that was like uber talented on the piano though?
That was no.
That wasn't it?
Schroeder. Oh. Wheelhouse. Let's go.
Renato, you're in. I could have gone Nico Renato.
Oh no, I was going for bonus points here because I went Naples, which because I had Alligator Alley, and then my last one was Miami. Miami is connected by Naples. With Alligator Alley, I get 3 extra bonus points there
Why?
because I used Alligator Alley earlier.
That's just a different letter.
And my last 2 ones were Miami
No.
and Naples,
1 point each.
which
They're not linked because if it was all in one answer, then you get the bonus points.
damn it.
If you were like alligators on Alligator Alley that are aggressive,
And now we.
Oh, there's 3
that's
extra.
all on one.
And now there's a penalty. We have to skip your next 3.
Yeah, you
letters.
actually, unfortunately, because
Yeah.
you lost all your points.
Yeah, you're back down to 0.
Yeah.
You're in.
Nature.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a nature.
Florida has one of the most unique landscapes. I mean, there's no other state that's like, we're all swamp.
Yeah, Swamp Nation.
I want to say, too, that we're the only state, and I just found out about this. Here comes one of those sauce facts.
Here it comes.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
We can't use that.
Okay. Yep.
It's the same song when you do it. Like,
I took it back. I think we're the only state that have alligators and crocodiles. Not only just the only state, I think we're the only place like on the planet that has alligators and crocodiles.
yeah, so come on down for vacation.
Yeah.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, no seams for I did go Orlando. I love this place. I love this city. It's loved me back. I didn't want to gloss over Orlando, but it's a little, let me get a little cheesy. I don't know. We are the artsy fartsy part of Florida. I know that the rest of Florida probably looks at Orlando and goes, it's just theme parks, but there's a really cool undercurrent. I feel like, and you would feel this more than I do, Joel, because you've been
As
here.
with most things.
Yeah, that you've been here longer, but it just seems like we're in the middle of this genesis here in Orlando where a culture is actually being built and being created by the residents, whether it be food, whether it be, these epic bars and locations that are outside of the theme parks are really starting to go from like, oh, that's that one place to it's becoming legendary, like a Will's Pub.
Well, people are staying because I think Orlando for a lot of years, and there have been, there are institutions in Orlando that predate what you're talking about that are great. You know, we talked about Sat Comedy Lab.
Yeah.
Been here forever. And there are a lot of them. But I agree. I think that especially post-COVID, people aren't living in Orlando to save money to move to LA. And they're not living in Orlando to prep for their move to New York City. They're living in Orlando and doing what they're good at in Orlando for their main objective.
We are
and
fans.
that's making the city better. And, you know, the cool people were always here. I just think a lot of them were staying temporarily, and now more so they're chilling.
I'm excited. What's your O?
I went Orlando Magic, and I had another one. Oranges. We're the orange
That's
state.
true.
Yeah.
The orange state.
We used to be a lot more orange themed in the back of the day.
Oh, yeah.
But
Orange
it was our
groves
trade.
everywhere.
It was orange groves, and now they're right.
Yeah.
There used to be like you used to drive down roads and smell oranges, and I don't think that's the case as much. But we still are heavily orange.
Yeah, it just
themed.
doesn't smell as good.
Yeah, now it just
It's like I-4. It used to smell like bread. Now,
Yeah.
now they have tolls.
There's a picture of one on our license, so that's how we know.
yeah.
Yeah, I went Orlando City, but my second choice is Osceola.
Mm.
So have a shout out to our indigenous heritage.
And Orlando City, first of all, now I work the games now, being their in-game host. First of all, dopest gig I have ever had that entertainment has laid on my lap.
Except for this podcast, it is.
Except for
It's your
this
favorite?
podcast. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So a solid second favorite.
Solid second favorite.
Yeah, I get that.
It's still top dog. It is so cool having my love for that sport of soccer, which came out of nowhere back in 2006, that really stuck to me. And then having that and entertainment, Venn diagram center out. It's been so cool. And if you haven't gone to a game, it's time, because this team is dope. We are raw. We're in the playoffs. Go get ready.
Yeah, saddle up.
But before you go, figure out what offsides is, because then the matches will make a whole lot more sense.
Dude, something else has changed. It used to be cool to not know soccer and not, I don't play soccer.
I don't do that.
What is this even? What are they doing? It's not a real sport.
That's a tackle?
It has gone, and I will tell you this, in the last 5 years, being pre and now it's into soccer my whole life. Now the dads on the sidelines are trying to flex how much they know about soccer. They're like, did you check the Bundesliga scores? I'm a Stuttgart guy myself. And I'm like, you did not. They all have brand new clothes on, swag.
Yeah.
It's just very funny. It's gone it used to be, nobody, it's all football, no soccer. Now people are flex. I get up early every Sunday and watch Premier League, guys.
Yeah, soccer's got me throwing down different accents and
I love it.
Yeah, Milani. And then, I'm just trying to always learn like different names. And I don't know. I'm 3 years away from loving soccer the amount that I do. I don't want to brag, but I think I might roll an R soon.
Are you kidding me?
I know, dude. Don't get me started. It's still real bad, because when I try rolling an R, I get like real.
Barcelona?
But yeah, I'm like 3 years away. Watch out, dude. Watch out. You cannot stop me. I'm very close.
I'm ready for it. I'm here.
Yeah, hopefully it happens on this pod.
Churros.
Maybe not today.
Okay, not today. 3 years. 3
You
years.
called the time frame. I think we need it.
Yeah. Panhandle is my P.
Oh, I doubled the points. Panhandle Peninsula. That's a liquid U.
That's good. That's good. What's your P?
I went.
What's your P, dog?
I had Peninsula and then removed it.
Just because you were weirded
And then I
out
was
by it?
trying to. Yeah, I was weirded out. The pinky. It's the pinky of.
No one looks at Florida and goes pinky.
Nobody.
And it's a pinky down. How do you drink your bougie tea?
It's supposed to be pinky out, right? Or
Yeah,
up?
it's pinky up. And this
Yeah,
man's pinky down.
up. Like, if anything, what would the pinky? What, Maine? There's the pinky.
I think they're
Way up on the left or west, also known as Alaska, would be the ultimate pinky nail. It's detached pinky. Sorry, I'm a geography freak. I just know where everything is. Like a lot.
Again, I thought I was gonna get some bonus points for this one, but apparently I don't.
Well, you're at 0.
I
So
went
let's see what you got.
Ponce de Leon.
Oh no! Okay,
And
give
you
him
know
all
what?
the points back.
I will say that you do get a bonus point because you said Fountain of Youth earlier when it was an appropriately lettered time, and Ponce de Leon, and you said it right. Okay, all your points are restored.
That was the happiest
Due to
I've
the-
ever seen you.
Hey!
He was so stoked.
Yeah,
Due
you
to that
got
logic, though, due to that logic, I should still have my points for Miami Naples Alligator Alley connection.
Let's not get into it.
No, we'll take him right back, dude.
Yeah, don't challenge us.
Don't get excited.
But actually, that's not even my first P. My first P is pub subs. Because how do you make a Florida listen not throw
I
that
don't know.
on there?
Publix.
We
I
goofed
can't
it.
believe I didn't write Publix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
pub
I'll
subs.
get that green pea tattooed on me.
There is some.
I'll just do a whole forearm.
There's a weird thing though with
Of a
pub subs,
football.
and I'm not trying to talk poop about pub subs, but every now and then
better not,
I'm
bro.
not. Every now and then though, you'll get a pub sub and the bread is like a day old or just bricking up.
Liar.
Dude, there are sometimes pub subs are just like, all right, do you guys want wheat, white, or stone? And sometimes that bread, I have hurt myself, and especially if you bite the sandwich upside down, you know, like where the bottom has that like sandpaper. I forgot what it is, but that's what you do.
I think more what your experience is weak teeth.
Yeah, I think it's period
you have
on
weak
Titus.
teeth.
I
Yeah.
think your
That's
teeth.
on you.
I think your teeth are made of Jello.
Yeah, you're gonna need.
I
to
don't know
drink
why
more
you're eating
milk.
the pub sub upside down anyways.
Yes.
All of it's going to fall out.
What? No, not like that. No, like. How do you eat your pub sub?
Right side up.
like a normal man.
No, I'm not talking like.
Oh, you're talking about you take the first bite is at the bottom
So
and not the top.
yeah, and then you bite. So your meat and stuff is shooting northwards when you go pub sub or any sub.
My meat is at the bottom.
But
Veggies on the top.
Veggies on the top.
So-
Except for tomato. I like tomato at the bottom.
they are making the sandwich. They are putting the stuff into it, right? Do you eat it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cock it to the side.
Oh, you go. Whoa.
And then I got my meat going left to right like a book.
You're eating this like a
Oh.
ear of corn.
Yeah, not a ear cord. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But I'm going. You know, so like they split the bread. They are making the same. Let's really
Right.
picture this here because I need to get
I
to
think
the
I
bottom
got
of
it, but I got to hear it again because
So
weird.
they are putting all the stuff in it. They collapse it, right, left, right, and then do you eat it like that?
yeah. Oh yeah.
So when they put it like they stuff the sandwich, I'm not eating it like the meat is a. I'm not eating the sandwich like it's a convertible.
Yeah.
You eat the sandwich like it's
you
a
flip it to where there's bun on top.
bun on top.
Then you have a vulnerable side that things can fall out.
Yeah, sometimes things get a little slippery.
You eat it like a taco?
Yeah,
I eat it like a taco. Yeah.
See,
Oh,
that-
now I'm on your side.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm like,
Nope.
you gotta throw it off to the side.
Get out.
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
how do you eat your subs like a taco?
I didn't think that was weird until we had this conversation.
You're eating like a meat V.
Yeah, you're going meat V.
I'm going meat V.
We're going meat C. Yeah, right. You're going meat C.
Well, I'm a veggie, so veg. It doesn't matter how I eat it. Shut up. Nobody look at me. I eat mine naked in the bathtub with a fork and knife. Just shut up. Everybody shut up.
What do you go? What'd you guys go with? Q. Pub sub though deserves 2 extra points for this fictional scoreboard.
Yeah, so I think you're at 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Q. I went quail.
That's just.
Did you go quail?
I also went quail.
No, that's fine. That's good. I was looking.
Where'd you see a quail in Florida?
There's Florida quail. Quails are a thing in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, but I did. Oh, sorry. I did find out researching this is that over the last 3 years, the population has been declining every year. Yeah.
And that's really why we did this episode, everybody.
So
save the quail.
Save the
Save the quail.
So shout out to quail.
Savethequail.org.
Yeah. Somebody start that.
Save the Floridian quail.
I just love how quails, right?
Can't let the quail flail.
Yeah. I love how quails have that like floozy 1920s Great Gatsby hat going on.
I gotta look up a quail. I can't even think of
Yeah,
what
dude,
a
get
quail
ready.
is.
Get ready for like I think a Grease. They had that one little spiral.
Yeah. They got the
swirl.
little swirl, the little Dairy Queen thing
Yeah,
up top.
little
That bird lives in Florida.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
one species of
Okay.
quail that's native to Florida, but again, they're not doing well. The last 3 years,
Well, I wrote queer.
Yeah.
Florida's pretty gay, and I love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well, hold on here. All cities have, a good queer community, but Orlando specifically, we've got to be the gayest city in Florida.
I think St. Augustine.
Also,
Don't
Rick,
they have
And
they
Key-
have like a festival.
I know Key West is the gayest city in Florida.
I'm sorry, Key West. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Not St. Augustine.
Key West goes hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
Regardless of your sexual preference.
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Key
you
West
could be
is
straight
just-
or gay and
Sure.
go hard in Key
Is the
West.
key lime pie $12 a slice? Absolutely. But it is so much fun.
You ever have the
So good.
key lime pie covered in chocolate on a stick?
Yeah. That's a fun
How
time.
was it?
Yeah,
The beaties won't let me.
the beaties.
I'm not losing a toe for that, but it looks really good.
It's a fun time. So you went quail, queer.
Yep.
Plots went quail, queer. For R, I went Republican. We've been a red state for quite some time.
Lots of them.
Lots of them.
I went
them here.
retirement, but Dawson said rip off of California.
Oh,
Which I was like, that's a hot take.
dude,
And he goes,
shots fired.
He goes, I said what I said. Shout out Dawson.
I feel like I would say we're the opposite.
Also, to be
of
fair, I
California.
didn't pick a favorite kid. Lana was a soccer practice. when we did this, so he didn't really get asked about this list.
What was your R, Renita?
When race cars. Which,
Okay,
Yeah. Daytona 500.
Daytona.
you said that. You said that in a way though. Race cars.
Race cars.
Yeah, I like that.
Daytona.
Yeah.
S. This one's is an easy one for me.
What?
Sinkholes.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a bunch.
Yeah, I have a couple for this one, but go ahead.
I have Sponge
All right.
because I remember when I was a kid, we went to Tarpon Springs. Shout out Tarpon Springs. And they do like diving for sponges in the weird deep sea suit. Also, the largest Greek population, I think, in the state is in Tarpon Springs.
All right, that's nice.
So my Greek
Shout out
brothers
Tarpon
and sisters.
Tarpon Springs, Greek brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Thanks for
And
listening.
I went. I think that's our biggest demographic.
Yeah.
Greek sponge divers and quail. I have Spring Break, and then Dawson said shotgun. Because we love the guns here.
All right, and then what was your S, Renina?
I had a few. Sand. Lots of sand here in Florida.
Sand. You're
Wow.
right.
You're right. You're just.
I went
Most of the sinkholes are due to sand.
Oh.
Shaq? Yeah.
I have a hate love with Shaquille O'Neal.
So does Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did leave us.
Bailed, dude.
He bailed, but it was also on the owners. But I just didn't really.
We didn't get any alimony from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's our alimony for that?
Nothing. We didn't even get half a ring.
It was just a bummer.
That's all I need. Come on, Orlando.
It's a gem.
We made the finals twice. Can we get half a ring for each?
And then I saw Shaq. I feel like you.
It's hard to miss him. He's the one that fits that cross.
Everyone has.
That's for him.
Everyone should have a Shaq story. Sooner or later if you live in Central Florida.
Yeah, he's around.
What was your T?
Trumpy Trailer Park.
Yeah.
That's double points.
Lots of those.
I went tolls.
So
Tolls.
I got
Still suspended by the governor for the hurricane.
Yep.
let's go.
Thanks, Rhonda.
I had two for this one. I went tourists. Lots of tourists here. It's a very sunshiny state that everyone wants to come
Yeah.
and see.
Yep.
And how do you make a Florida list and get to T and not have the greatest T of all time? Tim Tebow.
Oh, dude. I think you're winning now.
I think you're ahead.
Yeah, that's two
Tebow,
T's in
Tim
one.
Tebow.
Yeah, no, that's extra points. That's a point multiplier.
And at some point, people were coming to see him, and those people were Tim Tebow tourists. And that's triple points, Renato. Welcome to the lead.
This one will get me going, dude. This one will get me heated. I went unemployment system was a scam. And if you don't know about the unemployment system here in Florida, get ready to get pissed off. Long story short, essentially, Florida politicians were always touting how good our employment rates were. And the reason why is because they made it damn near impossible to get onto unemployment.
Right. Yep.
Hoop after hoop, website down after website down. Okay, it's back up. Now shut it back down.
Did you ever have to navigate that?
No, I did not.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah, during
It
COVID.
sucked during COVID. Yeah.
and it was almost impossible, right? And that's
what? It was, my patience level is infinity and a half.
I would agree.
I was even getting there with that one.
And
it was so frustrating, and it was
I only found out about that because doing the radio show on 104, and then that coming to light through COVID. Because of COVID, everyone was like, oh, that's why our employment rate was so down, just because this thing's running off of like an MS Paint, dude.
Dude, okay, you want to know, I've never talked about this anywhere. I got an email from the company I work for that my job was being eliminated.
Deuces.
While I was filling in for you on 104.1. And I didn't tell anybody, and I didn't talk about it. I wasn't like, guess what just happened? It was so shocking to me that I was just like, I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. Like, if I delete Mark as unread, they have to keep paying me. I was that was the beginning of it. And I remember thinking like, what if that's the life of a performer? It does not matter what's going on in your life. If you're supposed to be on, it doesn't matter. Just wipe your feet and get on with it.
Right.
And what was your you?
Oh, I went Universal Studios.
That's fire.
That's a great
good.
one.
That's good.
Oddly enough, after
favorite.
Ripoff of California, Dawson went underrated. So I'll stick with that. Florida's underrated, but it is a ripoff of California.
I'm still pissed about that unemployment thing, dude. That was just like, and if that's not such a perfect example of everything is not what you think it is, and like it gave me trust issues because like we had governor after governor for the last like 20 years always touting like we're killing it. Look how many everyone here in the state of Florida is working. But and that was like the meter that determined whether or not I'm sweating just thinking
You
about
should have
it.
seen the group texts of people that I knew that were also navigating that system, of people being like, why does this not work? Oh, you have to do that. Well, just restart your computer and get back in line for 4 hours.
Yeah.
It was,
I remember that, yeah.
Talk about drama.
You get to the final thing and it's like a Sudoku and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
They kept putting puzzle.
Like, oh, you picked one picture that did have a bicycle in it, so now you don't get your money till next month.
Yeah, dude,
Sorry, loser.
it is that pissed me off so much finding it. And I never even had to go through that system. I just hated seeing that be unequivocal in our leadership and just reality. That's really when I was like, oh man, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
This is pissing me off. What was you? Underrated?
Yeah.
And your V.
Vacation.
I went venomous snakes.
Do you know the difference between venomous and poisonous?
No.
Do you?
One is deadly?
You just snort something?
I don't, but no. Venomous is when they have venom and bite you, and that's how they hurt you. Poison is as if you eat it, and it's
That's
So most
it
snakes are
poisons you.
venomous because you're not drinking.
You're not eating the snake and then dying.
You only
it bit you and has venom, so venomous.
And
poisonous is like some mushrooms are poisonous.
you only know that answer because that was the final question to get unemployment.
Yeah, well, I do.
Florida, dude.
Too good.
Pisses me off, man. God, that makes me so mad.
That is the thing that my wife has corrected me on more than anything else in my life.
Venom and poison?
Yeah, to the point where now I am like, do you guys know? Because she listens to this and I don't correct correct that, then I will.
Yeah, that's.
need.
If you're just joining us, Joel married a Snapple peach tea.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sweet way. Yeah, I'll go with that. She's sweet and just what you need, and she has information if you look hard enough.
Yeah. One really interesting fact. What was your V?
I went Venus, Mons.
Like it's like
You had M. M was an option.
But I had one for M. I didn't have one for V, so I went Venus, Mons. Which if you're listening to this in like Ohio or something, Mons Venus is a strip club in Tampa.
It's legendary.
Yeah, I've never gone, but
I'm scared to be honest with you. Like I'm not ready for it.
isn't it like in a shape of a spaceship?
Yep.
No, that's across the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you want me to edit that out?
Those are like the two legendary ones.
Yeah, they are.
And there's also a brewery right down, a really good one. I'm trying to remember Cigar City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
see
think.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That brewery is right near there, and then Ale House.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that whole neighborhood.
Get some good beers, some boobs, and
And a spaceship.
and a zinger mountain, dude. That's so funny that you.
That sounds
Venus, Mons.
Yeah, dude, you gave it its legal name.
You did it like it's on a tax return. Last name first.
What about W? I went boring on this one. I went weather. It's unique.
Yeah. I went Waves.
Waves. All right. Similar.
Wekiva Springs.
Nice. See, I didn't do any cities or places, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, Renato just went like, oh, I got this.
No, but I kind of like for the Flalphabet, I think it's more important that we do include some places.
Now this one, it gets a little wild here.
Oh yeah, I want to see what you did
tough.
for this.
For X, I want Xanax, which
That's
looking
good.
at the word, it is a palindrome. You can spell Xanax forward and backwards.
That's pretty great.
Which makes sense because
Whoa.
Xanax puts your life in a
Forward
world
and backwards.
forward and backwards,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went.
Lots of Xanax here in Florida.
That is the one X that will give it to you, man. I am a huge. We started off the episode by saying Prozac's down the drain. I understand different drugs, but just like antidepressants, painkillers. I mean, to each their own. Some people do need these drugs, but I know
it's the other people.
it's the other people that, and also doctors that were like, "Oh, stubbed your toe, got you."
Vicodin.
Yeah, Vicodin. And you're looking at the early 2000s here in Florida. You're looking at the 90s. I remember I was watching
And it led to a heroin epidemic.
big time. It was so weird. My dad also went down that wormhole of painkillers and whatnot. And I was watching a documentary about painkillers and opioids and all that.
Yeah, it's awful.
And they cut to a scene. Renee, I'm not joshing here. I'm not yanking slacks. They go, Naples, Florida, 1996.
Oof.
Oh, dude. I was
The year
like,
you were born?
no, that's where we lived. That's when my dad was straight ripping and roaring, telling me that he was always just resting his eyes. And then I went to a high school party in like 2008. Some kid was on Xanax and he was just doing the same thing. And I was like, what did he do? And they were
He's like, I'm just resting my
oh
eyes.
yeah. I'm like, no way. Exactly, dude. That's when it hit me like, oh, dude, my dad was banged up every time he was looking up after me. So, yeah, I went Xanax.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. That I got real quick.
Xanax hyphen childhood trauma. But it's an X. It's an X one.
It's an X and an palindrome. What was your X?
Well, mine's the opposite. I just said X Factor because Florida's got it.
Yeah. Renato, your X?
This one was the hardest one for me. I went X-rays from when I busted my nose when I was trying to jump from a fence to a tree. It has really nothing to do with Florida. But I was in Florida when I did it.
That's
I tried
the
to
scene of the
jump-
crime.
Yeah, scene of the crime. Boom. There we go.
That did
Tried to
happen in
jump from
Florida.
a fence to a tree limb
Fence to a tree limb?
and then fell. I think I backflipped, busted my nose on the roots.
And that's when the cops got you?
I'm just dying over the complete total loss of confidence halfway through that. It's got nothing to do with Florida. What's your guys' why?
One time I scored 20 points in a YMCA basketball game. That's for
For why? What I went for why I went yard sale.
Ooh,
Yeah.
lots of those.
Year
Yeah.
round.
Year round.
Year-round.
Year
That's
round yard
seasonal
sale.
in most parts of the country. Not here, guys.
No. You can buy someone's ashes any month of the year.
Yeah.
There's always just like, oh, what?
I don't know that people sell
Yeah, well,
ashes.
They're just like so many little like ceramic stuff. And
estate sales are.
yeah,
I see that. It's
that
because
was-
of the elderly.
that would have been a good E.
Yeah.
I just think there had to have been some family like the Jacobsons that were like, all right, let's put out our fine china. Time to sell that. And it's like, where'd grandma go?
Yes, 7-year-old Miles. Estate starts with E, not A. I was confused as well.
Yeah.
I went, my last two, I went with places, even though I was trying not to the whole list.
I also threw down a place Y as well because it's
Did
so
you?
much fun to say. Do you know it?
1, 2, 3.
YeeHaw Junction. Let's go.
Yeah! Did you do it?
No.
Get out.
Back to zero. Reneo's-
0 points.
0
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, YeeHaw
You didn't lose the
Junction.
points for jumping from a fence to a tree limb, which I happened in Florida. But
But YeeHaw Junction, it's like a town that has like 45 people in it, I think.
oh,
It's so much fun to say. So happy that we have it.
yeah. And if anyone asks, what is there to do in YeeHaw Junction? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
No one's ever actually gone there.
Is this West Coast, East Coast?
No one knows.
North
yeah,
side?
I
South
don't-
side?
It's a state of mind.
I think it's
It's like Kissimmee.
I think it's
Off the coast of Kissimmee.
it's just north of the east under
I want to say it's like,
I don't know, man.
yeah, it's
you-
at a junction.
Yeah, it's at
so
a-
it's a number of places conjunct.
When
there.
you go there, you look at the compass, it just spins.
Yeah, well, it's like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, it's how you find the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean, dude. It is legendary.
to YeeHaw Junction.
That's their mayor.
Yeah.
That's real audio of their mayor.
Yeah.
And what was your why?
I went yachts.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's good.
that's a
Lots of
good one.
yachts
Give
down
them
in
back
Miami
the points.
specifically.
Have you ever been up close to a yacht?
Oh.
that question made him feel good.
Ow.
Oh.
I've walked
Just clearing my throat.
just rolling some R's over there. Nah, I've never been on a yacht.
They have
That was your
yachts.
question.
So like I work on the cruise ship sometimes. They have yachts in the Virgin Islands. It's where I see the largest number of yachts per port stop. And it's incredible to see what people float around on.
Yeah.
They're insane. And I don't mean, they don't come with a price tag. You know, they don't,
Yeah.
I wish they did, though. I think fancy stuff should say how much it cost on the side of it.
Yeah, flex it.
Because that's what everybody's talking about.
That's what you're doing anyways.
Yeah, like if a yacht comes by, you should just say like 32 million on it.
Yeah.
Or just have a cool pair of like futuristic glasses that just put prices on everything. That would be cool.
Oh, somebody just heard that. They're going to exist.
Yeah.
There you go, Elon.
I've never been hot enough to been invited on a yacht. Like nobody's invited me on a yacht because I was like, they're hot. They should come on my yacht.
Yeah. Okay. Now.
Okay.
Well-
That is kind of how it works, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can't just be a hot dude and get invited on a yacht. I think it's.
If
that's
you're yacht
why-
hot, you can.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm too white to get onto a yacht. Like if I take off my shirt,
Be like-
they're like, "What's a lighthouse doing on the yacht?"
Who brought YeeHaw Junction?
For Z, I went Xanax again, but with a Z. No. I went Zephyr Hills. Zephyr?
Zephyr.
Sorry, Zephyr.
Say it more
Hills.
Florida.
Yeah,
Zephyr.
Zephyr Hills.
Zephyr.
I want Zalewood.
Okay, good.
Zellwood.
They have the Corn Festival,
Okay.
which is the most Florida thing I can think of.
I went 0 state income tax.
Wow. Big reason why a lot of people,
Yeah,
maybe more than W weather, is 0 state income tax.
Yeah.
and
That's why I always wonder why athletes choose places that aren't Florida. If they get offered a chance to make millions in any state, why not pick Florida?
Yeah.
Just for financial reasons. I guess if you're rich, I mean, if you're yacht hot, it doesn't matter. But
Well, I mean, I can tell you it's one reason why is because the Jags, man.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, but you got
only
Tampa.
reason why anyone would
In
go to the
Miami?
Jags. Yeah.
yeah, but if you, I mean,
the
it's like
only
other
reason.
sports though. And
not
You
yeah,
either get drafted or you just like are like, all right, let me save a couple $100,000. That's the only.
I'm just saying these guys aren't being frugal enough. Some NFL careers are like 38 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like Florida, I'm telling you, we should be stacked with fiscally responsible players.
And there it is, dude. The
Flalphabet.
The Flalphabet. I'm so happy.
You like how I like made that your idea and then made it my idea and now it's stuck?
Yeah, yeah. At first it was a stretch.
That's how our creative process works.
And then you nailed it. The Flalphabet is official. So everything we say is basically in law. It's
official.
done. It's done. We put in the work for the people.
Yeah. Email Rhonda.
Yeah.
It's official. Pledge allegiance to this Flalphabet.
What was your V again? What was Venus, comma Mars?
Mama Mons. Shout out Tim Tebow. Shout out Shaq. Shout out Ponce de Leon.
They are all
Shout out Ponce de Leon.
our biggest three listeners right there. Yeah, they love the pod, and I hope all of our real listeners also love the pod. My name is Ross.
I'm Joel.
And that is
Renato.
And that is the Flalphabet, episode 27. Thanks for listening.
Yeehaw.
Wives and mothers.
Oh, thank you, wives and mothers. Night night.
Good Sauce with Ross and Joel is always brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
He supports local businesses just like us. He's an expert in chicken parm and personal injury law.
If you are injured on the go, a car accident, if you're running, if it's a slip and fall, just call Mo. That's 1-866-CALL-MO. Injured on the go?
Just call
JustCallMo.com. It's also a website, JustCallMo.com. He's everywhere. He's awesome.
He's right behind you.
Ah! Oh, it's a gentle hug.
What a guy.